Good afternoon. My name is Myron Stine. I'm the president of Stine Seed Company. I'd first like to thank the World Food Prize and the Honorable Mr. Vilsack for allowing me just to be here today to talk to everybody regarding this very, very important cause. So Stine Seed Company is a family-owned, privately held, obviously, company in central Iowa. It was started by my father, Harry Stine. I have two older sisters, an older brother, and myself. All four of us work with my father, so we're truly a family-based company. And believe it or not, we all get along quite well together. Some family companies don't. Stine Seed was founded with a focus on providing high-performance genetics that serve farmers and ultimately contribute to feeding the world. Our dedication to agriculture innovation is what drives us every single day. The few challenges, obvious challenges that we see as a company for the future of global food security would be the rising population and demand, and then of course land resources and constraints. And if you look at climate shift or climate change, we see all those things, all those factors. Within our company, we really have three key areas that we've focused on over the years. The number one would be the power of genetics in breeding, which is what I'll focus on. Stine Seed is committed to developing higher yielding, more resilient crops. The techniques developed by my father in his early years of Stine Seed have been critical to the genetic advancements we see today. His pioneering work laid out the foundation for the yield gains we've seen across multiple crops over the years. His vision for breeding helped us focus on varieties that not only perform in the field, but are also adapted to the diverse conditions farmers face. A couple of examples of those, the first one would be short-statured corn. Increased stability, better resource efficiency, and adaptability is what those genetics bring. That was simply not something that we said we want to make. That was simply derived from having a very, very good breeding program. We did not intentionally say, let's make short-statured corn that stands really well and that can handle derecho. We didn't do that. We simply have a breeding program with the correct selection criteria that made that crop. In 2020, Iowa had a derecho, and our farm was actually in the epicenter of that. So you had 135-mile-an-hour winds sustained for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that was the first test of the shorter statured corn, which you now probably hear some of today if you are a corn farmer. That corn was harvestable after the derecho. If you had a conventional hybrid, it was not. It was flat. So just one example of very, very good breeding. And then the next thing would be our next generation soybean genetics. And that's what comes from very, very good breeding also. Another thing that we think is really key is technology for smarter farming. Precision agriculture, data-driven decisions making optimizing seed selection and planting strategies. In today's environment, a difficulty with that technology is trying to get good, clean data. So, what we're trying to do is go to a lot of different farms and collect this data. Our breeding programs on both corn and soybean have huge yield screening programs. They're very, very large. They're over the entire United States. We have some in Latin America. And we hope to eventually be able to start collecting the data off of that to help our farmers make better decisions on seed selection. Today it's a bit of a, today we use an agronomy department, and that agronomy department takes notes and makes recommendations. But we hope to make even better decisions on seed selection than what we can do today with precision agricultural tools. And the last thing we do is we think empowering farmers big and small, ensuring that cutting-edge genetics are accessible not just to large-scale operations, but also to small farms. We think that's very important. So our role in transforming the row crop agricultural area, our affiliated soybean breeding programs have focused on broad licensing of soybean genetics to help improve overall yields in North America, Latin America, China, Europe, helping to feed the world's population. We've been a leader in the development and launch of a lot of new soybean herbicide technologies. We're hoping to transform the corn industry with high-density, short-statured hybrids to improve standability, space utilization, and yield potential. In corn, our short-statured hybrids are transforming the industry by offering improved standability over and over again. The next key thing is partnerships. My father, over the years, he started in the late 60s with the program, but over the years, he works actually with our competitors, and we share techniques, we share data. So we compete against each other in some areas, but on the research side, we share that information. And today, if you look at soybean breeding, for instance, there's a number of large companies, great companies out there that are using his techniques and his practices. So in closing, agriculture has always been about resilience and adaptation. By investing in innovation, we're not just growing crops, we're growing the future. We need to encourage the continual improvement of crop breeding programs. We want them to be large, fast, and efficient. We need to enable ag companies and entities to utilize biotechnology, gene editing, and other technologies to continually improve germplasm. Today, if you look at corn and just row crop corn, if you look at the yields row crop corn had 30 years ago compared to what we have today, there's a huge difference. I don't know the exact number, but it's sizable. And that didn't happen because a fairy just came down and said, boom, okay, this is going to happen. That happened from breeding, from better equipment, from better, precision ag technology, from a number of things, and we need to keep doing that. And I have faith that as an industry, as a world, we will keep doing that, and we'll see some amazing gains in the future. We need to foster and support efforts that help farmers everywhere to unlock the maximum genetic potential of today's germplasm, and that of the future. All these efforts together will help us bring us one or two steps closer to providing the world future food demand. So thank you very much.